The human woke up in a room that smelled faintly of burnt toast and alien pheromones, wearing a robe that seemed sewn from bioluminescent squid skin. A clipboard floated above their head with tiny robotic arms pointing at them, blinking impatiently. "Congratulations," it buzzed. "You are now legally wed to Her Royal Majesty's grandchild. Resistance is inadvisable." The human blinked. "Wait, what?" The door burst open, and the grandchild bounced in, teeth sharper than human molars and eyes like molten lava. "You MotherFker, explain yourself," the child screeched in perfect English, or was it? The human flinched. Apparently, in alien speak, MotherFker was a standard greeting for unwanted in-laws, but the translation app on their wrist made it sound 10 times worse. Before they could process this, the queen entered, a towering figure draped in gold and cosmic jewels, wings shimmering with every annoyed flutter. "I demand answers," she thundered. "Why is my grandchild calling you that?" The human stammered. I think they like me." The queen's glare could have flattened a starship. "They are only beginning their educational insults. You have approximately 0.02 seconds to adapt or be launched into the ceremonial sludge pit." The human glanced around and noticed the pit, bubbling ominously, emitting a smell reminiscent of sewage and burnt rubber. "Ceremonial sludge pit?" they asked cautiously. The grandchild cackled. "It's tradition. You lose, you swim." "Oh, and the sludge has tiny electric eels. Don't get bitten." The human gulped. "I knew marrying royalty would be risky, but this is next level." A pair of alien servants hovered nearby, whispering with robotic enthusiasm. "Initiation requires compliance with all mating rituals," one said, wiggling its multi-jointed fingers. The human froze. "Wait, what?" The grandchild snorted. "You're doomed. Also, the queen is watching, and she has a weird fascination with intimate Earth customs. Good luck." The human tried to backpedal, but tripped over a hovering floor cushion. In a flurry of embarrassment, they accidentally grabbed the queen's jewel-encrusted scepter. Sparks flew, alarms blared, and the grandchild laughed so hard they fell into the floating snack tray. "You're hopeless. Totally hopeless. MotherFker." The human bowed awkwardly. "I promise I'm not actually a MotherFker." The queen pinched the bridge of her nose. "You're not even aware of proper royal etiquette. Did you know insulting a grandchild requires at least 3 forms of apology, a dance recital, and," she paused dramatically, "a full-body massage of the court jester?" The human's eyes widened. "Massage? Oh God, I just woke up." The grandchild jumped onto the human's shoulders, giggling maniacally. "Do you even know the first rule of surviving an alien royal household?" The humans shook their head. "Don't die. Don't die and don't K up the mating rituals," the child corrected. "Also, never, ever fart in the queen's presence. It's lethal." A sexual undertone crept in when one of the courtier aliens, a tall, seductive figure with translucent skin and a mischievous grin, leaned close. "Don't worry," they whispered. "I'll help you navigate the more intimate customs." The human's face turned bright red. "Intimate customs? Like handshakes?" The courtier laughed. "Much more than handshakes, Earthling. Much more." The human realized that surviving this family would require quick wits, charm, and an ability to laugh at every insult hurled at them, including those involving poop, eels, and erotic court rituals. The grandchild hopped off, pointed, and yelled, "Mother*****, your trial begins now." The human gulped, realizing that in this palace, every insult was a lesson, every glance a threat, and every intimate suggestion a potential survival tip. The human had barely survived the queen's initial glare when the grandchild launched their first roast attack of the day. "You smell like burnt noodles and failed space missions," the child shrieked, circling the human like a predator. "Mother*****. The human ducked instinctively, holding a hovering tray of alien pastries that immediately exploded, covering the courtier in neon icing. The courtier laughed, brushing themselves off while giving the human a flirtatious wink. "You have a talent for chaos," they purred. and apparently for accidental foreplay. The human's cheeks flushed crimson. Foreplay? I just made a mess. The grandchild giggled. In this palace, messes are sexy. Sort of. The human attempted diplomacy. Look, I just want to survive. Teach me the rules. The grandchild's eyes sparkled with mischief. Rule 1. Always bow when insulted, preferably while juggling sludge eels. Rule 2. Never trust the courtier. They're plotting romantic humiliation. The human groaned. Romantic humiliation? The courtier smirked. Consider it extracurricular training. The queen hovered nearby, sipping a glowing cocktail that smelled faintly of burnt sarcasm. Is this human adequately learning your culture? She asked. The grandchild shook their head, then smirked. Not yet. But they're excellent at accidental seduction, which counts for half points. The human blinked. Accidental seduction? They tripped over a floating rug, their hand landing on the courtier's thigh. Both gasped, and the grandchild howled with laughter. MotherFker. The human attempted to navigate alien etiquette while dodging insults. Every wrong move prompted a new threat. Fail this test, and you clean the sludge pit with your teeth. Oh, and you must serenade the queen in interpretive dance while wearing only the ceremonial loincloth, the grandchild added, eyes gleaming. The human sighed. This is not how I imagined interstellar romance. Dark humor emerged as the courtier whispered, some humans have tried seducing their way out of punishment. Most ended up in the sludge pit with eels. And not the fun kind. The human shuddered. Fun kind? The kind that bites sensitive places, the courtier replied, smirking. But you seem lucky so far. The human's attempts at flirting were disastrous, yet hilarious. When they complimented the courtier's glowing eyes, the alien interpreted it as a proposal for mating games. The courtier winked. Well, if you insist, Earthling. The grandchild jumped onto the human's back. MotherFker. That's cheating in courtly etiquette. The human tried to explain. I didn't cheat. You implied participation, the grandchild argued, arms crossed. This palace is chaos, and so is your flirting. The queen interjected, folding her wings in mild exasperation. Perhaps a practical demonstration would clarify proper behavior. The human's eyes widened. Practical demonstration? Like sex ed? Exactly, the queen replied, sipping her cocktail. Courtly mating rituals require precision. And humor. Lots of humor. And interpretive touching. The human swallowed hard. Interpretive touching? The human's awkward attempts at courtly etiquette continued, mixing insults with accidental sexual innuendos. Every misstep triggered laughter from the grandchild, cheeky commentary from the courtier, and sharp glares from the queen. You're hopeless, the grandchild yelled mid-dance, their tiny claws ruffling the human's hair. Hopelessly entertaining, at least. As the day progressed, the human realized they were learning the alien culture in the only way possible, through humiliation, sexual tension, and absurd dark humor. The grandchild invented new insults daily, combining body odor critiques with explicit hints about mating habits. The courtier turned every mistake into a suggestive lesson, and the queen silently judged everything with cosmic patience. By the end of the section, the human collapsed onto a hovering cushion, covered in alien slime and pastries, bruised from laughter and minor eels, and realized one truth. Surviving this family required equal parts wit, charm, and sheer tolerance for sexualized chaos. The grandchild perched on their chest, wagging a finger. MotherFker, they said softly, smirking. You're learning, sort of. The human barely had a moment to breathe before the queen summoned them for what she dramatically called an interrogation of cosmic proportions. They entered a room that smelled like burnt metal and romance novels, where the courtier leaned casually against a glowing column, smirking. Ready for your evaluation? The courtier teased, voice dripping with innuendo. The queen perched on her throne, wings folded but eyes glowing like twin suns. Explain yourself, she demanded. Why does my grandchild insult you with such creative vigor? The human bowed awkwardly. Your Majesty, I think they might like me in some terrifying, intergalactic way. The grandchild snorted behind the throne. MotherFker. The queen narrowed her gaze. Your attempts at courtly etiquette are questionable. Also, your flirtation with my courtier has been observed. The human choked on a gulp of alien wine that tasted suspiciously like lava and regret. Flirtation? I was complimenting their eyes. The courtier leaned in closer. Oh, Earthling, you compliment beautifully, unintentionally. It's your signature charm. Dark humor crept in as the queen tapped a claw against a crystal orb. Do you know what happens to humans who fail the stage? The human shook violently. No, please tell me it's not. The ceremonial sludge pit, the grandchild interjected gleefully. With eels. And other things. Trust me. Very shocking things. The human's stomach twisted. Shocking things. The human tried to navigate the queen's interrogation with humor. Well, I'm adaptable. I can learn. I can handle intimate courtly rituals. The courtier's smirk widened.
See?
You're already improving. That's step one in surviving and thriving here. The grandchild rolled their eyes. Step one is don't die from embarrassment first. The queen waved a claw, summoning a floating holoscreen. Images flashed of humans who had failed previous royal training. One was being chased by a swarm of sentient jellyfish in a semi-nude ballet. Another was slipping on alien feces while trying to perform a mating ritual. The human whimpered. I don't want to end up like them. The grandchild snickered. MotherFker. You already might. The courtier leaned closer, brushing a finger along the human's shoulder in a deliberately teasing motion. If you're careful, I can guide you through certain, extracurricular lessons. The human's face turned bright red. Extracurricular? Interpretive courtly touching, the courtier clarified, voice low and suggestive. All part of your survival training. Every attempt at communication became a minefield of sexual innuendos and adult humor. When the human tried to apologize for spilling alien pastries earlier, the grandchild interpreted it as a seductive dance move. When they bowed incorrectly, the courtier teased them about handling royal assets improperly. The queen sighed, sipping glowing liquid, clearly trying to suppress laughter. The human realized they were learning quickly, not through instruction, but through embarrassment, sexual tension, and the grandchild's relentless dark humor. Each insult carried a double meaning, each punishment had a suggestive twist, and each attempt at flirtation bordered on slapstick sexual comedy. The courtier seemed to find every failure delightful, leaning in closer at every mistake. By the end of the session, the human was exhausted, sticky from alien pastries, slightly shocked from minor electric eel encounters, and painfully aware of the courtly sexual undertones surrounding them. The grandchild perched on the arm of the throne, smirking. MotherFker, they said softly, wagging a claw. You're getting there slowly. The human stumbled into the throne room, sticky, exhausted, and slightly singed from an earlier mishap with a floating pastry bomb. The grandchild sat perched on the edge of the queen's throne, fingers tapping impatiently. MotherFker, they said with a grin. It's time for your final test. The queen leaned forward, wings shimmering ominously. Your survival, adaptation, and extracurricular performance will be evaluated. Succeed, and you may remain in the royal family. Fail well, the sludge pit is very persuasive. The human gulped. And by extracurricular performance, you mean? The courtier stepped closer, eyes glinting with mischief. You know, interpretive mating etiquette, Earthling. All very official, very educational. The grandchild cackled.
Yes.
And this time, if you mess up, I have prepared a special Ely surprise. MotherFker, pay attention. The human nodded frantically, attempting to bow gracefully while avoiding an accidental grope of the courtier. Every move was scrutinized. Every slip became sexualized comedy gold. The human's first attempt involved a ceremonial dance meant to demonstrate obedience. Instead, they slipped on alien slime, spun uncontrollably, and accidentally pressed their body against the courtiers in a way that was surprisingly effective. The courtier gasped dramatically.
See?
You're talented. The grandchild doubled over laughing. MotherFker. That was supposed to be a bow. The queen sighed but secretly laughed behind her regal composure. Perhaps I underestimated you, she said. Your failures are entertaining and oddly instructive. The human tried to catch their breath. So, I'm not being thrown into sludge pit number 7. The grandchild shrugged. Not yet. But don't celebrate. MotherFker. There's always a pit. Romance escalated in a hilariously awkward way. The courtier leaned closer, whispering, If you survive, I might even consider private tutoring sessions. The human choked. Private tutoring sessions? The courtier smirked. All about proper, hands-on experience. The grandchild snorted. MotherFker. You're blushing. Finally. The final evaluation involved a combination of insult navigation, dance, and minor erotic interpretation. Every step was a potential disaster. The human misstepped, slipped into alien food, and accidentally pressed against the courtier again. Each misstep elicited laughter, double entendres, and minor electric shocks from the hovering safety eels. Yet somehow they survived. By the end, the human stood trembling but victorious. The queen leaned forward, wings spread wide. You have survived. Somehow, you managed to adapt to our bizarre, erotic, insult-laden culture. You are now officially part of this family, though do not expect peace. The grandchild hopped onto their shoulders, grinning. MotherFker. You actually made it. Congrats, sort of. The courtier offered a sly smile, brushing a finger along the human's arm. Your extracurricular training is complete. For now. The human wiped slime from their face and managed a shaky grin. I think I survived royal life mostly intact. The queen raised an eyebrow. Mostly intact is acceptable. For now. The human realized something profound. Surviving this alien family required humor, charm, sexual agility, and an ability to endure relentless dark humor. As the grandchild muttered one last, MotherFker, the human laughed along, embracing the chaos, romance, and absurdity of interstellar royalty. Somehow, against all odds, they had earned a place in this insane, hilarious, and sexually charged household.